today's session is going to be about weather, how to get your kids to learn more about weather in creative ways. I'm going to show you a couple of fun STEM activities, some things you can do all year long because the next generation science standards are huge on weather for kindergarten, which is, they took it away from us several years ago and gave it to first grade. And weather is perfect for kindergarten. I'm going to be sharing some quick, easy tips that you can do with your kiddos to teach them about the weather. But before we get started, this is me in my classroom on the last day of school. And as you can see blank bulletin boards there. We're the Beach Buddies. I live in Huntington Beach, California, and we actually, on the last day, they wear shorts. We do water balloon tosses that turn into a mild water balloon fight, and we do all kinds of water relay races. So this is like right before we did all that, so they're not totally wet. And I loved this class, but I'm so ready for a new one next year. No, probably shouldn't say that while I'm live. Anyways, they, you love all your kindergartners. More, I have to be louder. Okay. So, but first and foremost, I'm a mommy. I have a little girl named Gianna who is 9 years old. She goes to my school, which is really awesome because we can be together. And she is waiting for me to get home quickly. I never go for anything but like once a year to this event, and I'm loving every moment. And she's like, FaceTime me every 5 seconds. So this is my daughter. She does dance, she does soccer, and I'm very proud of her. Okay. For years, I have had a weather wizard. I'm sure millions of you have. And I'm not throwing my weather wizard away. But we always sing every day, what's the weather like today, like today, like today? What's the weather like today? Miss Weather Wizard. They go outside, they tell you it's raining, they color it sunny. Have you seen that? Like at the end of the month, you have like, it rained every day and it hasn't been raining at all. They just kind of pick any color on the graph any weather they're gonna do. So that's my little weather wizard. That's a Disneyland Mickey Mouse hat that when I bought it, it lights up. And I thought that was so cool. And then after the batteries dying every single day, my kinders came back one day and they said, it doesn't light anymore. I'm like, I don't know. I cut that sucker out. Just cut the batteries and everything. And then the new class had no idea. They don't think it lights up. So you don't need batteries. They're happy with wearing the hat. And I used to have a really cool weather wand, and now they just choose one of the the pointer sticks they have in the classroom. They run out there and wave it up in the air, and then they come back in. So that's what I used to do, and I still do. But I'm tying something new in this year. I haven't done it yet, but we have always done self-portraits in our classroom every month. So on my K team, they were saying, we've got, instead of adding one more thing, how can we tie it in to weather? So now we'll still have our daily weather person, but once a month, we're going to draw what we look like on that day, what kind of weather it is. So they're going to say, is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it windy? What kind of clothing they're wearing? And then write a little sentence about it. So it's still a self-portrait book, but now it's tied in with the weather. And then this is our meteorologist report. I got this idea, the hat was not my original idea, from a website called Little Miss Hypothesis. And I have not been able to go back and find where she originated from. It was pinned on Pinterest. Got the hats, Amazon, 5 for $10, you guys. 5 for $10. My whole K team's using them, and the kids love them. Okay, so each day, I started this later in the school. We had our regular weather, and then I started this and gave everybody a chance to wear the weather hat, give a weather report. They walk in the morning, they say, hi, I'm meteorologist Yeshaya. Today, outside, it's a little windy, and it feels warm. And they draw the kind of clothes they're wearing. And so we were really practicing, and then they'd say, they have to say, this is meteorologist, and they'd have to tell the weather, and then they'd say, that's all for today. See you tomorrow, meteorologist, or something cute like that. It was kind of fun. So those are just some examples. I love cloudy, cold. Now, these are pretty good because it's the end of the school year. We started this a little bit later this year. Okay, I videotape them, and I may need one of my lovely STE people to help me. Holly, can you push so it'll play it? Well, because I'm not over there. So it has there should be a little picture there that gets her video going. Oh, it has to go. It should be right here. It has to go. No, go back. Oh, shoot. All right, hold on. Yeah, there's a video. It worked yesterday. Somebody techie, this is ESGI. There's like a little gray thing. Yay, yay, yay. Now if you can hear it. Can you turn? Well, you can't hear it. Can you turn the volume up? Where are all those technology people here to help me out? There's no volume. There's not volume, but that's the part. Well, she's saying I'm meteorologist Ava. It's very cute. I have 3 videos in here. No one told me we couldn't see them. But anyways, they each had a turn. They're like Barbie microphones, all these things. I had to tell the kids not to turn them on because they would start singing like, I'm a Barbie girl in the middle of their... And some of the boys thought that was quite funny. But anyways, we just borrowed microphones. Everybody had a turn. They love wearing the hat. And then I had something, I'm so excited. I went to my 105th birthday party with my daughter, and she's at the age that you get to drop them off, but this was at the beach, and you couldn't really drop them off. So I had an 8-hour birthday party, but luckily there was another teacher there, and she was saying, we were talking about things that we're doing, and she's a first grade teacher, and she said, well, have you done anything with the green screen? And I said, well, no, not really. So she told me about this app, Do Ink. Okay, I am not a techie girl, and it is amazing. You can do it on your phone or your iPad. You do not need a big, huge green screen. But, so this is my daughter. I made her do it 10 times with her teeth pulled. Her face is all swollen, but she's standing up. This is a picture that she made. So I took a picture of her picture. We glued these clouds on the back of just green, like tablecloth, and stuck it on at our house because I didn't discover this until after school was out. And then she's just giving the meteorologist report. Can you see how that you can't see part of the hat because what did I do? This is a different clicker. Can you see the blue through it? Because it's green on the hat, so it's showing it. You can't see it. But the clouds are floating, and she's saying it's a cloudy day. It is so, I cannot wait to do this with my kindergartners because they can pick the weather, they can color the picture, and then they can put it on their iPad, and their friend can videotape them. So I tried it again. You can use green folders. That's all you need, and an iPad with your kinders. And what they do is, these are the straws from Starbucks. So just go and take a whole bunch of the long green straws, and then they can attach any kind of little characters. I mean, not only just weather. I'm thinking the gingerbread man, 3 little, and one child can be on this side and one can be on the other. So this is just taped on there, and she's on a stick, okay? And then you pick a picture. I just downloaded a picture off of Google, and it goes right into the app. It's really, really, really easy. And then this is supposed to be showing how, can it play? Even if you can't hear it? No? Oh, can you get it to play? Even though we can't hear it, can you get it to play? Okay, thank you. Here, I thought I was being so savvy to show these techie things, and I can't even get it to work on here. But can you see how that's just the picture that was on there? And she's singing, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. And you can see on the green straws from Starbucks that it's flashing the picture. But if a friend is doing it, they could do it together, and the third one could videotape them. So easy. I mean, there's a million things you can do. And it's a file folder. I had it in my closet. So the big one I did with my daughter was just green tablecloth. But then I saw on this site, Do Ink, they show all these tips every day. And I'm thinking you could have your whole class in partners with green file folders. They do their own weather picture. They put themselves in it, like make their own little stick figures, and they can talk about the weather. So I thought that was really an exciting thing to share. I'm sorry the sound didn't work. Okay, another super, super easy thing that I'm sure lots of you have seen, but I really like teacher-friendly science where I don't have to get a million things out and that they can do it themselves. So I have all kinds of mason jars, and I would let the kids use real jars. And because when you choose to do this, you're going to talk about, try not to knock them over or whatever, but this was a fishbowl. I did this. And dollar store shaving cream, the cheapest shaving cream you can get, you fill the jar or the fishbowl, make a big cloud of whipped cream. So that's your cloud. And you talk to the kids about when the clouds are in the sky and the water crystals, it's getting damper, clouds get heavier. That's how it rains, because the water in the sky falls through the clouds. So what you do is you get little eyedroppers. Food coloring. Oh, before you do that, I made a little recording sheet for my kiddos to guess how many raindrops it would take to make it rain. So they made their prediction and then they have to drop the raindrops in. Super easy. I mean, 3 to 4 kids to 1 jar would work really well, and they have to count. I didn't realize it's a lot of raindrops to make it heavy. And so, but the pressure brings it down. And then look at the raindrops. Is that so cool? And they're like, this is so awesome. I thought when the blue started kind of dripping through that was the rain. It's not. You have to wait, and it'll actually look like rain coming down into the jar. So you could have all your kids in groups of 4 taking turns, because it took about, let's see, how many did it actually take? It took 27 drops to make it rain. So they could all have lots of turns with it. Super easy, and I think 2 cans of shaving cream for the whole class. So that's a nice, really inexpensive activity you can do. And then in STEAM, there's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And so we painted rainbows. In fact, we painted rainbows in our class, and then we cut them out and we made little rain people. I laminated the yellow paper so it looked like a little yellow rain slicker. And then they all wrote, when it rains, I like to, and they could decide what they like to do. California, crazy enough, it never rains in California. It rained all the time this year, like day after day after day. And we eat outside every day. So lucky me, when it's raining, they get to eat with us every day. And the kids adore it. They think it's just wonderful. So that's just kind of a fun way to tie in your rain. We let the kids jump out in their rain boots. I mean, it's fun. We don't have a lot of weather. Like most people that come to this conference have a lot of weather, so we take what we can get. And then if you're interested, I did just put up new on Teachers Pay Teachers, a whole packet of 138 pages of things you can do for weather and sun in your classroom. But they're all simple things, and a lot of things, I like to keep it easy, so I'll do it. If it takes too many supplies, then I won't get into it and put it all out there. So I hope you got a few ideas for your kiddos. Go to Amazon. Get your hats. You got to have your meteorologist hats. And I want to thank ESGI for inviting me to be with them this week. It has been so much fun. And just to put a little plug in there, I use ESGI regularly in my classroom. That is what I use for my assessments. So if you haven't heard about them, make sure you take time to go over and check out their booth. But thank you so much for coming to see me.